Welcome back to the channel. I know you're dreaming of a new car. The leather smell, the smooth ride, and a fancy key fob in your hand. But I want you to stop for a moment. Give me a few minutes. Because what I'm about to share could completely change your mind and save you from one of the biggest financial mistakes of your life. Today, we're going to expose the raw truth about 7 new SUVs, model year 2025, that many owners instantly regretted buying. These aren't just bad cars. These are cars that broke their promises. The ones that looked perfect on paper, full of promise in glamorous commercials, but delivered a real-life nightmare. We're going to dive into each story, analyze every problem, and explore why these vehicles became a source of deep disappointment. Join me on this journey to learn the hard lessons we shouldn't have to experience ourselves. We begin with a familiar name, a symbol of practicality and convenience, the Volkswagen Atlas. The Atlas was marketed as the perfect family SUV, spacious, with sleek European design and a promise of reliable German engineering. But alas, that dream died the moment it left the dealership. Many owners, after signing the loan papers, were confronted with a series of unacceptable problems. The first and most alarming sign, the engine. Both the powerful 3.6L V6 and the 2.0L turbo suffered from a fatal flaw. They guzzled oil at an alarming rate. One user on a forum shared, "I feel like I'm pouring money into the oil tank more than the gas tank." Imagine, you've just bought a brand new car, but every month you have to visit the parts store to buy more oil, and every scheduled oil change costs more than you expected. This isn't a minor issue. It's a sign of a fundamental lack of reliability from the very beginning. The problem not only increases running costs, but also creates constant anxiety about the engine's longevity. But that was just the start. The source of most of the frustration was the transmission. The Atlas's 8-speed automatic transmission was not as smooth as advertised. It was constantly jerky, hesitant, and indecisive. Picture yourself with your family in the car, accelerating from a stoplight, and the car doesn't respond immediately, but takes a few seconds to think. This driving experience isn't just uncomfortable. It can be dangerous in situations that require a quick reaction. The Atlas forums are filled with stories about the transmission abruptly shifting at the wrong time, or even failing completely. Many owners reported complete transmission failure before 60,000 miles, and the repair costs were far from cheap, often exceeding $5,000. For a car designed to give families peace of mind, this is a shameful failure. Next is an ambitious name that represents the future of the automotive industry, the Cadillac Lyriq. This is a luxurious electric vehicle with a groundbreaking design and a lot of promise. But for those who bet on it, the Lyriq turned out to be an expensive reminder of the risks of being a pioneer. The first problem lies at the very core of an EV: charging. Cadillac advertised a DC fast charging speed of up to 190 kilowatts, which sounds impressive. But when compared to direct competitors like Tesla, which offers 250 kilowatts, you realize a harsh truth. You'll be waiting longer. One owner shared on a forum, "I was used to Tesla's fast charging, but with the Lyriq, I have to spend an extra 15 to 20 minutes each time. It's not worth the price." Time is money, and having to wait longer at every fast charging station is a major inconvenience, especially for those who value efficiency. What's more, the Lyriq software feels like an unfinished beta product. Early owners experienced countless glitches, frozen infotainment screens, sudden system shutdowns, and unexplainable charging errors. A luxurious car that's unstable is no different from a premium smartphone with constant software bugs. These issues aren't just annoying. They erode trust in a vehicle that costs tens of thousands of dollars. And finally, depreciation. EVs in general depreciate faster than gas cars, but the Lyriq is even worse. With a starting price of around $58,000 and easily climbing past $65,000 with options, the Lyriq is a significant investment. However, with the charging and software issues, its resale value is dropping fast, leaving many buyers to face a huge loss after just a few years of ownership. This is the ultimate risk of being an early adopter. In fifth place, a name that might surprise many, the Honda Passport. Looking at the ads, you'd see a rugged, beefy SUV ready to conquer any terrain. But that's just an empty promise. In reality, the Passport's ride quality is deeply disappointing. Its suspension is stiff and bouncy, making you feel every crack and pothole on the road. It's not rugged as advertised. It's just uncomfortable and tiresome. Driving this car on a bad road feels like being constantly jostled. Many owners have complained that they feel like they're driving a truck rather than a modern SUV. The nightmare continues with the 9-speed automatic transmission. It acts like a flustered person. Sometimes it's jerky, sometimes it's hesitant. Every time you accelerate, the car doesn't respond immediately but takes a few seconds to think. This driving experience is simply not worthy of its approximately $42,000 price tag. One user shared, "Every time I accelerate, I worry whether the transmission is going to work smoothly." But the worst part is the resale value. While other Honda models are known for holding their value, the Passport is a painful exception. A lightly used Passport can lose between $7,000 and $10,000 in just the first year. This is a huge loss, leaving many people to wonder, "I should have just bought a 4Runner instead." This regret isn't just about the car, it's about a bad investment. Coming in at number 4 is the Nissan Rogue. At first glance, it seems like a bargain. Affordable, modern design, and advertised as fuel efficient. But this bargain comes with a price you'd never expect, an enormous repair bill. The biggest problem, and the reason for the most regret, is Nissan's notorious CVT transmission. We've received hundreds of complaints about it being inefficient, jerky, and especially prone to catastrophic failure before 100,000 miles. You know what the worst part is? Replacing this transmission can cost you between $4,000 and $5,000. That's a staggering amount, nearly a third of the new car's value. But that's not all. The Rogue is a car with poor reliability. Many owners have experienced electrical problems, sensor failures, and engine issues right after the warranty expired. One minute you're driving, the next you're facing a repair bill that could have paid for a great vacation. After a few years, many Rogue owners are left looking for another car and thinking, never buying a Nissan again. This isn't just the story of a few people, it's the shared disappointment of an entire user community. At number 3, the Subaru Ascent. On paper, this is the perfect family SUV. But in reality, it was a $40,000 mistake for many owners. The first issue, the CVT transmission. The Ascent's transmission has caused numerous problems, with reports of jerky acceleration and a strange rubber band feel, which takes away from the smoothness of a modern car. This issue was so severe that Subaru had to extend the warranty on the transmission after receiving too many complaints. Next is the 2.4L turbocharged engine, a theoretical plus that's a real-world minus. Many owners have experienced oil consumption issues, which leads to higher maintenance costs. Unlike smaller Subaru models known for their durability, the Ascent depreciates very quickly. Many owners regretted treating it as a family investment, seeing it instead as a financial black hole. In second place, the Chevrolet Equinox. At first glance, it seems like a bargain, but the reality hits like a nightmare when the check engine light turns on at 10,000 miles. The biggest culprit is the oil consumption issue. Many Equinox models drink oil like a thirsty marathon runner, and when the oil level gets too low, the engine can fail completely. Replacing an engine light that can cost you between $4,000 and $7,000. It's a financial gut punch you won't soon forget. The Equinox is ranked as one of the most complained about SUVs in its class, with transmission failures leading the charge. Many owners had to pay $5,000 to replace the transmission before 80,000 miles. And resale value? A new Equinox can lose over 50% of its value in just 5 years. This is a terrible investment, and many people were left wondering if they should have bought it in the first place. Finally, at number 1, the car that caused the most regret, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. It looks rugged, stylish, and ready for any adventure. But for many owners, that excitement faded faster than their bank account drained. With prices starting at $40,000 and climbing to over $70,000, this is a luxury vehicle. But what do you get? A car that can develop electrical gremlins faster than you can say check engine light. Its reliability is highly questionable, with many people facing transmission and engine issues before 50,000 miles. And let's not forget repair costs. A new transmission can cost over $5,000, and suspension issues aren't cheap either. On top of that is Jeep's legendary fuel economy, but in the worst way. The V6 guzzles gas like it's free, while the V8 will make you consider biking to work. Between the repair costs, abysmal resale value, and gas bills, the Jeep dream turns into a financial nightmare for many. Always do your research before making a car purchase, because one small mistake can cost you dearly. I hope these stories serve as a valuable wake-up call. A new car isn't just about its looks. It's about reliability, running costs, and lasting value. Don't let the advertising fool you. Do your research, listen to the experiences of others, and make the smartest decision for you and your family. What do you think of this list? Is a car you're considering on it? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video. See you soon.